Hey guys, DJ AJ 101 with you here today. I'm here with a quick update for you guys. This may not be my normal setup. You can probably hear my MacBook fan going because essentially my iMac is not over here anymore. You don't even need to see it. It's just not here. And essentially what happened, I did want to update you guys on this because as you can see from the title, it has to do with this Western Digital My Passport Pro drive that I got from Western Digital B&H Photo, essentially their reseller. Ended up getting it from them, and you guys saw the unboxing I did a couple of days ago. But essentially I got this drive at the end of April. Because obviously it takes a couple of days for me to film, upload the video for you guys, and everything to get rolling. But I did want to send you guys a very important notice about this drive, because essentially what happened is I got this drive and I wanted to try it on my 27-inch iMac that a lot of you know that I have. And I have that iMac using the two Thunderbolt ports are pretty much taken up using the Dell Ultra Sharp display that I have here sitting on my desk as a secondary monitor, as well as my RAID array that I use with FireWire 800, but I use the Thunderbolt 2 FireWire adapter, so it works that way. But I use both ports. So essentially what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that this drive worked, that I could get stuff on it and use it what I needed to use it for, which is for my music. And doing in RAID 1, so I had redundancy as far as the music was concerned. And so what I did is I unplugged my RAID array and the monitor, just because I wanted to make sure that it was only recognizing it as a Thunderbolt drive. So I plugged it in. Didn't see anything come on the Western Digital My Passport. Didn't sound like anything was spinning up. I said, oh, that's kind of odd. And I kind of unplugged it because you never know with technology. One Thunderbolt port's maybe acting weird and the other one will work or whatever. You never know. So I plugged it in the other one. Same thing. And I thought, well, you know, this is kind of odd. I might have a dead drive. The unit might be faulty. And which was, you know, my assumption at the time, and all of a sudden I plugged my monitor and the RAID array back in, and they wouldn't work. Thunderbolt ports are essentially dead on the iMac. So I thought, well, this isn't good. So I made a reservation at my local Apple store up here in Wisconsin. Ended up taking the iMac in and saying, you know, this is kind of odd. I plugged this drive in and Thunderbolt ports aren't working anymore, and I'm not getting a display or a data connection for either my RAID array or my desktop drive or my desktop display. And they said, well, that's kind of odd. They ran a diagnostic, everything, you know, looked good. Diagnostic, sorry, and everything looked good. They said, well, that's really odd. Here, let's try it in our computer. So what they did is they took one of their MacBook Airs that they use for their test machines, plugged into that Thunderbolt port, didn't work. Then they tried plugging something back into there, pretty much shot their Thunderbolt port out on their MacBook Air. So it wasn't good. So right now it's actually down there getting replaced. The logic board actually has to completely be replaced because what their assumption was is that something from this drive is either crosshair over or something is not right with this connection, and it essentially fried something on the board, the controller or whatever controls Thunderbolt and the display, because obviously they're one and the same. They control monitors or data connections for drives or Ethernet or whatever you happen to be using it for. So this is actually a really concerning. I just got off the phone with Western Digital, kind of explained the situation to them. They said they've never seen this before, but I did want to heed the warning to you guys. If you do have this drive, please be very, very careful. They don't know what's causing this, and like I said, I fully explained the situation. I was kind of like, you know, what do you guys think this is? And they couldn't really give me an answer. And so I'm definitely going to send this guy back. I'm not going to get another unit because I really don't want to go through having to have Apple replace the board again, because obviously I'm going to be without the unit for the iMac for a couple of days, so it yields me from getting any work done or posting you guys any updates. But I felt like I had to do this for you guys. I mean, I feel this is very important. I'm going to put this on my unboxing video as well. Right now, I can't recommend this drive, and I will leave a link in the description so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, in case you guys know that of anybody that has this drive, please tell them to be careful, because essentially what they have to do is they have to replace the entire logic board in that iMac. That's, you know, if I wasn't under warranty, it's a very costly, it'd be about $700 to $800. And, you know, I don't know if Western Digital would do anything. They obviously apologized for me for killing my Thunderbolt ports on the computer. But, you know, I said, well, it's not a big deal for me because I said I'm under warranty and, you know, it's just worth my time. I said I'm kind of ticked about that. But I said, what about the people that have Macs that are no longer under warranty? They want to use this with their Thunderbolt. Excuse me, I'm still getting over a cold. And you know what's going to happen to them? I said I'd be much more ticked off, you know, pissed essentially, if I was, you know, to hook it up to my MacBook, let's say, and I didn't do that because I said I don't need to fry this MacBook. It's no longer under warranty. It's a few years old already, and kill that Thunderbolt port. But boy, not a good situation, guys. Essentially, I cannot recommend this drive. I recommend that nobody buys or uses this drive right now. Again, it's really tough, and I know the quality's bad. I can see it on the thing here, but you know, essentially I can't really do anything about it. I'm using my MacBook, and I'm not using my iMac, which has a bit more of a setting complex for this Logitech webcam. But again, guys, I yield you to stick away from this drive. If you can't stick away from it, please be very careful when you're using it. Again, this is not a good situation. Apparently I'm the only one that they've heard of that has had this issue. I'm hoping it's only a me type thing, but you just never know. And I would hate to have somebody wreck their display port, their Thunderbolt port, whatever you're using it for, because essentially it kills the port. You cannot use it anymore. And if you're using it on a computer where you need to use an Ethernet adapter or an external display, I mean, you're essentially screwed. You know, so please watch out for this drive. And again, just use caution if you have to use it. I would not recommend using it. I mean, this is definitely not a good situation until at least Western Digital comes out and at least does something. Maybe a second revision might do that, but I've never seen a drive kill a port on a computer before. And I told him that. I told him flat out, I said, I've never seen this where you plug something in and it just kills the port. And maybe Thunderbolt is unique in that, but again, not really a good situation. But I did want to yield you guys to this warning, and hopefully that you know, don't make the same mistake I did, at least with buying this drive and plugging it in. And hopefully you guys aren't having the same outcome, that it kills your Thunderbolt port, because it's just not a good situation, especially if you spend a lot of money on your Mac. Or this drive isn't cheap either. It's over 400 bucks. So I'll definitely be sending this back, getting a refund. Again, I can't recommend it. You know, this isn't a good situation. I hope it's only a me situation, and maybe you guys have better luck if you guys are getting this drive and do want to try it out. But again, I yield I very much caution you to do so. Again, I don't want to see you wind up in the same situation I did. So again, I hope you guys have good luck. I hope you guys appreciate this update. If I hear anything else, I'll be sure to update you guys. So please feel free to stay tuned to my channel. Of course, follow me on social media, Twitter and Facebook. I will keep these videos updated, as well as posts about this drive. Those links are in the description right below. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And again, if you guys happen to find this video useful or like this video, as always, it helps me. Please hit that thumbs up button and like this video. Again, I certainly appreciate it, as well as subscribe. Check out my channel for the past, present, and future videos about technology. I try to keep you guys updated, especially when it's something as important as this. You know, I believe that I don't want somebody to go through what I have gone through in this case. So hopefully you guys at least got some information out of this video. Again, I will be putting an annotation in my unboxing just to yield people away, you know, making sure that they know what they're jumping into here, at least what my experiences have been, because I don't want to have them, you know, have the same situation. But I've been redundant. I've said this a million times, so I don't want to say anything more. But again, if you guys like my channel, you know, please feel free to subscribe. You'll always be updated on my videos for free here on YouTube. Again, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. It's really sunny out. I'm going to try to enjoy it before I get into work this afternoon. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day as well, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great one till then, guys.